Look at this. Like, I've never been so happy to send someone a picture of my pee. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kiera, and I am here to share a very intimate journey with you guys. Obviously, if you're watching, you see the title, so it's no big news when I say I'm pregnant. That's really weird to say out loud, but I am pregnant. Currently, as I'm recording this video, it is not public knowledge yet. I haven't shared it on social or anything like that because we do plan on waiting until we get to the safe point to actually share. But when we do decide to publicly share, I want this video to be live. By the title of this video, you see that this is month 1 and month 2 pregnancy diaries. The purpose of this video and this series specifically is because I really wanted to share the more intricate journey of being pregnant, because there are a lot of things that when I first found out I was pregnant, I was researching, and of course there's general knowledge out there, but there aren't a lot of experiences that aren't like scary, people sharing, scary experiences, which are valid, but there aren't a lot of like, hey, you might expect this, or you might go through this, or here's some things that nobody really tells you, like how you won't be able to poop week 9 currently. I wanted to do this video kind of as a look into the journey of being pregnant and growing a human being inside of me, and just in hopes that, people as they begin to watch, or as people begin to start their pregnancy journeys and they don't want to feel alone. So that being said, this is my month 1 and month 2 pregnancy diary. My name is Kiera, and I hope you guys enjoy. We are getting a little personal, so we friends now. Cool? Cool. To make this video a lot easier to consume, I have split it up into sections or chapters or whatever YouTube calls it. So if you check below, you'll see timestamps, which will take you to a specific part if you want to hear me talk about a specific thing, or you just kind of want to browse through the video. We'll get cozy. I have a water bottle here. Might have to get up and pee, but we're gonna get cozy and get comfy because I'm sharing month 1 and 2 with y'all. So let's get into it. Just a little bit myself in general. My name is Kiera, and you can call me Key. If you're watching, you can call me Key because, like I said, we're friends. As I'm recording this on December 21st, I am 9 weeks and 2 days pregnant. My due date is July 22nd of 2024. Yeah, if you're new, if you're like not even familiar with me, I've been married to my husband for 2 years now. We just bought a house this past year. We've been together for, he's gonna be mad, we've been together for 7, 8, something like that. Long enough to be like real besties. We real cool. So this has been a very exciting and roller coaster of emotions of a pregnancy journey. And so I'm just really glad that I have a partner like CJ to share it with. And I'm North Carolina based, and I am 25 years old. And this was my first child, with the exception of my dog Turbo. My first human child. A little bit about how I found out I was pregnant. Last month, early November, late October-ish, I had a girls' day with my sister-in-law, and then a girls' night with some friends in Charlotte. And while we were there, she has 2 dogs. They have 2 dogs. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law have 2 lovely dogs who, they love to pay me mind when I come around, but they was paying me a little too much mind when I came around this time, and was sniffing. They were all in my personal bubble, right? I love my dog nephews so much. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I should probably go home and take a test. I hadn't been late. My period wasn't late yet. Or I say that, but really, I have PCOS. And so my periods are very irregular. So what was late to me might not have even been like late, or it might have been late, but it wasn't alarming because my cycles ranged anywhere from like 30 days to 50 days. It was a lot. Like, if I missed a period, that was not a thing of me being like, oh, I might be pregnant. It was just like, oh, PCOS girl, yeah, you didn't show up this month. You must have missed the departure, you know? You must have missed your flight. The experience with the dogs. And then I went home and woke up the next morning and my boobs felt rock hard. They felt like balloons full of cement just hanging. And I'm a big busted girl, so I was really feeling it. And so I was like, I kept some tests on deck just in case, you never know. Might have a friend come over and might be like, you need to take a test. I think you're pregnant. So I had a few and I took one. I was at home by myself, took a test in the bathroom. And wouldn't you know it, I barely put the stick down. I peed on the stick and I put it on the ground to watch. And that mug, big, bold plus sign. I'm talking bold, not mistakable, not am I seeing things. This was a positive in addition, a multiplication sign if you turn it sideways. This was a plus sign. I was very pregnant. And because, false positives are a thing, and I was like, I ain't gonna get excited because transparent moment, we had a moment like this earlier in the year where I took a digital test and it said pregnant and I freaked out and I had a whole thing. And then I took another test and it said not pregnant. And then I found out that I wasn't pregnant after getting a blood test. So that was like a thing. And so I had these reservations about seeing this positive pregnancy test. And I was like, you know what? Yes, that's a big, bold plus sign. But let me take another. So I took another. I waited a little bit. Like I didn't use the same pee or the same urine or whatever. Like I didn't pee twice within the hour. Like I took that test that morning and I took another test that evening. And would you know, that next test, 2 lines. It was a touchdown. There was a baby inside of me and I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm pregnant. So, of course, I needed a little reassurance. So I went and got some more pregnancy tests from like 3 different brands. Peed on all of them. And they all said pregnant. Not one said not pregnant. Not one had a faint line. They were all very positive. And this, again, period was technically not even late. So I don't know if the HCG in my urine was just hella strong or what. Or maybe my cycle decided to be regular that week, that cycle, and I was late. But either way, I was pregnant. And so, of course, I called up my closest friends. So my 2 best friends, I FaceTimed them the first time. And so that was a really crushing experience earlier in the year that I mentioned, regardless of whether it was a false positive or something happened in between me taking the first test and taking the second. But yeah, I had that excitement. So I just sent like red alert to the group chat. I was like, yeah, I need all hands on deck right now because we have a positive ass pregnancy test and a girl who's by herself at home right now, low-key kind of freaking out and in denial, which I still am. I think I'm gonna be in denial till I push this baby out of me. I text one of my friends who already has a baby. Shout out Alana and Preston. And I think I texted my mentor and I was like, yo, look at this. Look at this. Like, I've never been so happy to send someone a picture of my pee. So, we all was like, ah. Everybody was like, ah. Like everybody was just very excited. Then I had to freaking wait until my husband got home from work that day to tell him the news. And he came home and he took a shower and he was like looking for some clothes, like some lounge clothes. And I was just like, babe, guess what? And he was like, what? I was like, I gotta show you something. And I pulled it out and he was like, we having a baby. And I was like, we having a baby. And we like jumped up and down in the middle of the hallway. It was like a really cute moment. I'm glad I wasn't recording because it was a very we're both very goofy. We're both very childish adults. So we were jumping up and down. We were really excited. And then he affirmed me right away. He was like, oh, you're going to be a great mom. And I was like, you're going to be a great dad. And we were like, bro, we going to be some good parents. And so, yeah, my husband, he has been with me since day one, literally. So once the shock of that positive test kind of calmed down, I will say I had this very, very, very bad anxiety. Like, even though I had all those positive tests, I scheduled a follow-up with my PCP, my primary care physician, and I peed in the cup at the doctor, and she was like, oh yeah, you're pregnant. So she was like, you need to see an OB. And my OB, they didn't want to see me until I was like 8 weeks, which was like a month away from the day I found out. And so that wasn't for another month for me. And so, of course, I went to Google and I found some great moms and some forums who shared about early experiences. And I just got really paranoid right away because I was so excited. And I was like, yo, I don't want to get too excited until a person, a doctor with a focus in babies and women who are pregnant tells me that I am pregnant. So from there, I scheduled a blood test with LabCorp, like my own. And I went and I got a test done. And I was like, okay, pee is one thing, but blood is another. And sure enough, that test came back and that one was a little bit more affirming because for me, the struggle was not, oh, am I pregnant? The struggle was how far along am I? And do I need to get attached to this? Because something could easily happen. And I'm not in a good position to get my heart broken right now. Like when I found out I was having my baby, something really shifted in me, like light switch. Like they say it, but it really clicked, and I was like really excited to be a mom. And so I needed to reserve my excitement until I had got some confirmation that one, this baby is viable, and two, like you're good for now, like you're good. I scheduled the blood test. I got confirmation on the blood test, and from there the blood test was able to tell me that I was about, at the time, I think 6 to 8 weeks, like the level, it could have been either of those. And so that lined up. And going back to the pregnancy anxiety that I faced, as a result, I did kind of jump the gun, and I found a private ultrasound boutique, and they were like, oh, we could see your little one as early as like 6-7 weeks. And to a non-PCOS girly, the date of my last menstrual period would have allowed me to see my baby in an ultrasound. So when I went, I didn't see the baby. And it was like, oh, perhaps it's too early. You may have ovulated later than you thought. All these cool things. So they let me schedule another appointment, I think 2 weeks from then. So they were like, even if you're 4 weeks, you'll be 6 weeks then. Or even if you're 3, you'll be 5, whatever. Just come back. No charge. So then I went back with my mom the day or two before Thanksgiving, actually, because that's when we were planning to tell CJ's family that we were expecting. And I just really needed some sort of confirmation because I was terrified. Which I'll talk more about, but I was just terrified. We went to the place, me, CJ, and my mom, and we're thinking I might be about 6-7 weeks, and I don't see anything. We don't see anything. We see the gestational sac. We see the sac, but we don't see any baby, no pole. We don't see anything. And so I'm like saving face because I'm like, it's fine. I ovulate late. My PCOS is a thing. Like I'm not tripping. But inside I was so fearful that I almost did not tell my in-laws that I was expecting. Like I already told my mom and my dad and my sister, and I felt kind of guilty about telling them that because this will be the first grandbaby on both sides. And so it was a lot of emotions. And that is one thing, I will say that's kind of where my faith really kicked in. I am a firm believer in God, and I believe that He has a plan for all things. But the faith that I've had to show in this baby being inside of me, this lovely little thing inside me, has shown me that, you got to really trust that there's something there, even if you can't see it. Because, I mean, I got a PCOS gut. Y'all can't see it right now. But I got a PCOS gut. And so I was like, yo, this is gut. I don't... But now I'm like, yo, there's something in here. So I'm protecting this mug at all costs. I am Mama Bear, okay? So watch your mouth, because we can fight. No speak no negativity over my child, because I'm speaking all positivity. And it's circle of people who love it and can't wait for it to get here. It's also speaking hella positive things about my baby. So that was the beginning. And that was a long beginning. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I don't even know how far along I would have been technically, like 3, 4, like it was super early. And I almost hate that I found out so early because of my anxiety. Like I needed to have back-to-back like therapy appointments to discuss my fears with my therapist. My husband had to really affirm me and that, you know, God is setting us up for a successful pregnancy. You know, he knows what we've been through. He knows what we want. He knows that he built us to be great parents. And so that was really affirming, but I did struggle with those emotional kind of roller coasters of, oh, I'm excited. Oh, don't get excited yet because something could happen. And then of course you join all these forums, and the forums, they're not filled with negativity because everyone's super excited to be a mom. But like the early mom forums, of course, these people are getting this terrible news that, you know, their pregnancies aren't viable or that they miscarried or, you know, all of these things. And so a lot of updates are like, hey, you know, I'm leaving this mom group because I found out that I'm not pregnant anymore. And so I was just seeing a lot of that because that gets a lot of engagement on these posts because everyone is talking about, you know, sending you love, sending you prayers, I'm so sorry. So it's got a lot of comments. So they want you to see it. It's a top post. So I had to stay off of the internet for a little bit because I was terrified. I was like, I don't want to, what if I have to make that post? I'm terrified. And I think that as a mother to be, being terrified of that, in itself says a lot because you're already ready for this baby. And you don't want it to leave. You want it to stay. You want it to be here and you want it to be healthy. So, you know, I send my love to those moms and I know that there's a plan for them. But when it comes to protecting your peace and your energy during that time, my biggest piece of advice would be to just be really cautious about what you're consuming on the internet in your early days of being pregnant, because you can find so many things that might be a sign of a miscarriage or might be a sign that blah, blah, blah. And it can get really easy to be like, yeah, this is over before it even started. It's not, I'm here, I'm 9 weeks and some days pregnant and I'm feeling it very much. Let's talk symptoms, right? Because it's almost like as soon as I found out that I was pregnant, it's like my body caught up, right? It was like, oh, your eyes saw that plus sign? Great, because I'm about to send you some more signs. And my symptoms, first of all, my mood out the window. Like, I'm a pretty good person about holding my face. If I'm not in agreement with a situation, I can be like, you know, cool, whatever. I'm not bothered. But my face during pregnancy has been like, what did you just say? That was like some of the dumbest shit to come out of your mouth. Like I'm still practicing my filter system as a pregnant woman, but I don't really have that guise anymore. I think because I'm just so tired. I don't want to put energy into having that facade of, oh, I'm gonna hold my emotions back. No, you said some stupid stuff. I'm gonna let you know that wasn't the smartest thing you ever did. In a nice way though, because I'm not an asshole, you know? Symptoms, I was one of the unfortunate mothers who experienced nausea every day for about 3 weeks now. Last week was a good week. The week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that. Those were some terrible weeks. I'm talking every morning. Wake up, wash my face, brush my teeth, try to brush my teeth because as soon as the toothbrush touches my tongue, I'm throwing up. I'm throwing up bile. I'm throwing up whatever I just ate. It was a lot. And that's one of the most like debilitating things is throwing up, because a lot of times I'm so tired. Like throwing up is a whole chore. I don't even want to throw up. The baby's making me throw up. And they're like, got to a point I had these like vomit bags because I would be driving on my way to work and I would just get the feeling like, oh, you're about to throw up in like 60 seconds. Get ready. And sure enough, I'm sitting at a stoplight, grab my bag, open my bag, and throw up all in the bag. And this one specific time where I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I was getting honked at the light because I was at the front of the line. The light had turned green and I wasn't moving because I was throwing up. So as people passed me, you know, they're like, what is she doing? She must be on her phone. And then they saw my face like, I just finished throwing up my insides. And everybody looked very apologetic because I was ready to honk right back. Like, I'm over here vomiting from my baby. Leave me alone. So the nausea has been a big one. And of course, everyone's like, eat some crackers, you know, eat bland things. But I like my food with flavor. The one tip that I will say to y'all is they say like, eat small meals throughout the day. Like, don't try to eat like 3 big meals. Like, eat like 5 to 6 small meals, which can be a bite of this, a bite of that. And I say do that because there was one day where I was like, okay, if I don't eat, I don't throw up. So I'm not going to eat. And my body said, you dummy, I'm going to make you want to pass out at work, or you're going to see stars and your hand's going to be shaking and you're going to be real hot and then get real cold. And from that point on, and then I had a bite of a sandwich and then I was good. So I just needed to keep having my little midday snacks, which reminds me, I need to go have my midday snack here soon. Ever since I found out I was pregnant, I've been having these crazy vivid dreams. Today was actually a day that I woke up crying tears because the dream was so vivid and it was so scary that I woke up and I realized it was a dream. I said, oh, thank God. And then I just started crying because in my dream, something was happening and I couldn't get to my husband in time. And it was like an end of the world situation. And so once I woke up and I realized he was right there, I just kind of cried and I was like, yo, that was a lot. Because my energy is also going towards these dreams because then I wake up and I'm freaking exhausted. Like I didn't just sleep 12 hours because my new bedtime is 7 p.m. I go to bed. I be in the bed at like 7:30. Like I've always been early to go to bed, but lately I be like, yo, it's 6:45. I'm gonna head up to bed, and then I be sleep, and then got the nerve to be tired when I wake up in the morning. Like I didn't just sleep. And during the day, I'm just listening to my body. If my body says that I'm tired, damn it, I'm tired. I'm not gonna fight it. Early on, I felt like I was gaslighting myself too because I'm like, bro, like you not showing, people don't even know you pregnant. You feeling like this? And that's another reason why I wanted to do this diary. It's because I feel like between not telling people that you're pregnant because you're waiting until that safe zone of being in your second trimester or being 12 weeks pregnant, it's really lonely, especially to be experiencing things and feeling like shit. And it's so lonely because you can't tell it. Like you want to be like, man, I feel like shit. This baby got me feeling like shit. But then you don't want people to know that there's a baby. And more symptoms. I'm thirsty all the damn time. Nothing is enough. This is 40 ounces and I can drink through this and still be super thirsty. When I wake up from them dreams, my mouth feels like I've been eating cotton. And we're just going to go through a list of symptoms that I was experiencing, that I've been experiencing. They're not fun, heads up. My boobs continuing to feel like cement and they're tender to touch. So even when I'm laying down, I'm holding my boobs because if they move on their own, I want to cry. And I will cry. I love to cook. I love to be in the kitchen. Now that I'm pregnant though, I can't stand conflicting smells. I can't stand strong smells. Like I've been asking my husband to clean the fridge out He's been doing a lot of cooking. Shout out to CJ in the kitchen because he's been doing his thing. He's been ordering me food when I need it because going in the kitchen just makes me want to throw up. I went in there earlier to fill up my water bottle and I smelled a whiff of, I don't even know, and wanted to throw up just right there and then. And so that's been a struggle. Things that you love when you weren't pregnant, you either really love them or they will turn you off so bad. Pho. If you know me, you know I love me some pho. I eat pho. Pho, you cut me open 3 months ago, I would bleed pho. I would bleed broth and chicken and sriracha and hoisin sauce and bean sprouts. And do you know what I haven't eaten in 2 weeks? Because last time I went, I almost threw up in the restaurant. Pho. Hate it. Before I was pregnant, like, migraines were a thing for me. Yes, I got migraines. But lately, these headaches have been, like, hitting me left and right. And you're not supposed to take Excedrin or certain painkillers when pregnant. So I've been taking, like, well, thankfully I have some, like, pharmacy prescribed acetaminophen, so, like, Tylenol. But, you know, Excedrin is normally the one that knocks out my migraines. And so I've been having to deal with that struggle. First doctor's appointment I had when I was 7 weeks and 3 days. I think that was my dating scan. I was so nervous to go to the doctor. Like, I got this tingling feeling in my feet. I was so afraid to go in there, get my ultrasound, and then have bad news when I came out. But I went in there and we got to see the little thing, and there was a little thing. And we got to hear the heartbeat. We saw the heartbeat. I saw the heartbeat before they even pointed out that it was the heart. Like, it was just a little ding, 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 ding. Like, you know, in movies when they show, like, a missile. This is such a bad analogy. But you know in movies when they show, like, a missile hitting somewhere from outer space and you just see that little, like, boom, boom. That's what it looked like. And I have never felt such a rush of emotions. And when I saw that little heart and I saw that boom, 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 and I heard it going, and the tech was like, oh, that's a healthy heartbeat right there. And I lost it. CJ was behind me and I was like, did you see your heartbeat? It's so little babe. My God. We've been calling it peppercorn. And so I was like, you see peppercorn? Peppercorn, so pretty. And peppercorn is thriving, okay? Peppercorn has been living their best life. It's got a warm, cozy home in there. And peppercorn is now the size of an olive or a pecan, which I just find freaking adorable. And so on top of all of that, I've been, you know, taking my prenatals. I have been drinking my water. I've been trying to eat as much as I can, which lately, since I hit 9 weeks, I've been eating like I ain't never ate before. I be like, I got a little food. I got something. Oh, dang, okay. Like, I just be hungry. I just be hungry all the time. I mean, the biggest changes that I've just had to be mindful of is just stress management. I had to get off of my ADHD meds, which is Concerta for me. I had to get off of those. So I've been having to find other ways to focus during the day, especially like at work. So that's been a little bit of a struggle, but it hasn't been a struggle that I've been like, yo, I gotta take those meds, because ultimately my baby and the health of my baby is a little more important to me right now than my focus. And thankfully I was able to keep on my other mental health meds. So that's been nice. And my doctor did end up prescribing me Zofran for my nausea, which if you're dealing with nausea, tell your doctor and get them to prescribe you some Zofran, because that has made my life feel like a sense of normalcy again. Like I'm able to eat and not throw it right up. Because one of my lowest moments during my pregnancy so far has just been the back-to-back throwing up. Like wanting to eat, being hungry, being so hungry, smelling tacos, wanting those tacos, eating the mess out of those tacos so much that you go back and get another one. and then throwing it all up within 15 minutes. That was a rough night. I remember CJ coming in the bathroom like, words of affirmation. It's okay, babe. It's going to be worth it. This is part of the process. And I'm hearing it, all the words is going in one ear and out the other because I'm just pissed off that I just threw up tacos. But in the same breath, I'm like, this is for peppercorn. And so, again, since I haven't announced it publicly, there are maybe like 10, 15 people who know about the pregnancy. And so I'm really counting on my intimate support circle right now. I have been letting it slip to a few people, including my coworkers, some other fellow pregnant friends of mine, some friends who are already parents. But like, I feel really good about it. Like we could announce tomorrow and I would be okay with that because I have faith that my baby will have a full, healthy, term. I will carry this baby a full and healthy term. It's gonna come out happy and laughing and giggling and stuff, and knowing that it's loved by two wonderful people, plus a whole circle of community of individuals. And so, you know, my first 2 months of being pregnant, it has definitely been a roller coaster. And there have been some moments where I thought, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. And then while I have been having those moments, I've been having more moments that are, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to be a mom. I can't wait to find out what I'm having. I can't wait to just love this baby and mold a beautiful, healthy person who is going to contribute some good to the world. So I'm like super excited. And your girl, positive symptom. Your girl is glowing. If y'all didn't know I was pregnant by now, somebody probably would have thought it. If they haven't already, they probably have been thinking it because I haven't been posting much and I'm a regular poster. I will leave you as I wrap up my second month of being pregnant, and I'm gonna go into the third month. I'm gonna be journaling and stuff. By the time y'all see this, you know what? Put any thoughts or questions in the comments. I'll be sure to like this is like our little cozy center, our little cozy corner of the internet right now, because pregnancy is a very intimate journey. There might be some moms out there who aren't even wanting to share that they're pregnant yet, and they might be feeling alone. Like, this is for us, okay? So, you know, comment. If you got to go make a fake profile and you want to comment, go ahead. I'm all for that. Like, this is our circle. So you do what you need to do. Whether you just like this video, you bookmark it for later, you do whatever you need to do. Just be sure to come back because I'm going to post month after month and we're going to have a great journey. And I'm just super excited to be able to share this with y'all. I'm so excited to be in a place where I am comfortable to share this. And I'm just excited. I'm so excited to be somebody's mommy. I'm so excited. I might just go change my Instagram handle to @so-and-so's mommy. Psych, not doing that. But I am just very happy. And I'm super excited. Looking forward to this next month of being pregnant because after December, I will be in my third, y'all. I'll be in my third month of pregnancy and I'll be in my second trimester, which I'm gonna get real loud about. And I might even be able to share what I'm having with y'all next time we talk. So, hope you guys enjoyed. In the meantime, I'm Kiera, and I'm gonna be somebody's mommy. And I'll see y'all next time.